So we're starting to get a better idea of what the First Order Battle Escape Attraction will entail when it opens at Galaxy's Edge, but we'll discuss it all up next. Hi there Waltoneers, I'm Jack, this is DSNY Newscast, and you know what, let's just jump right into it. So I know we talk an awful lot about Star Wars Galaxy's Edge on DSNY Newscast, but the more we learn about this incredible, immersive landscape that Walt Disney Imagineering are creating, it's easy to see how this is going to change how we look at Disney parks in the future. And maybe that's a topic that we should address in its own separate video altogether. But anyways, let's talk about what's arguably the e-ticket attraction of Galaxy's Edge, and that is the tentatively titled at the moment First Order Battle Escape Attraction. As we've seen in some of the artwork for this ride, and it's previously been reported that this ride will feature up to 150 animatronics, which is actually double the amount of animatronics that Pirates of the Caribbean has. But these animatronics within Battle Escape will range from small alien creatures and droids to the absolutely massive AT-ATs that we've already seen within the attraction building, and they'll also range in terms of the amount of motion that each animatronic will have, as many of these stormtroopers, aliens and droids will be very basic animatronic figures. But we're now learning that this Battle Escape attraction should be around 7 minutes long, which means that you'll be moving at a fairly quick pace through this attraction, which actually all plays into the idea of the chase and escape element of the ride. Additionally, inside sources have indicated that this attraction will feature a very elaborate queuing area that will have multiple pre-show elements with guest interactivity that will be similar to Flight of Passage, but scaled up quite a bit in terms of the storyline and setting the scene for the attraction to come. And the reason why Disney are going all out and making this queue area amazing is because of the hourly ride capacity is meant to be around 1,500 riders per hour, which is around half of what Pirates of the Caribbean can do in 1 hour. Now we don't have a huge amount of details about the exact ride specifics itself, but we do currently know that it will feature unique special effects that have never been seen before in any one of the Disney attractions. And it will take place on multiple levels of the show building, where it's been rumoured in the past that guests will disembark and rejoin another ride vehicle later on in the attraction. And this has even been corroborated by the latest aerial images from Walt Disney World's Galaxy's Edge, coming from blogmickey.com, which is a great site, and I'll leave a link down in the description box to go check these images out in full. Now, as we can see in these images, we can see the true scale and size of the massive show building, and it will indeed have multiple levels within the attraction, as it's been made visible by these backstage access points to the multiple floors. Whereas we can also see what is most likely the elaborate loading bay for the Battle Escape attraction, and elsewhere within the land we can also see where the Millennium Falcon will be located, as we can see what Disney intend to do in this concept art here. Additionally though, we have our first look at a completely new building that won't be used for any one of the two attractions, with it possibly being the rumoured Cantina restaurant. But it really is amazing just to see how large these buildings will be within Galaxy's Edge. Now moving on from the Star Wars attractions which are yet to come to the Star Wars attraction that started it all, and of course I'm talking about Star Tours, as it's now been reported that beginning on November 17th at Disneyland Resort and at Disney's Hollywood Studios, the new edition of the Planet Crate will debut alongside another brand new planet destination from the new Star Wars trilogy episode 7 or 8 as well. But the reason why Disney are now deciding to add 2 new planet destinations from the new trilogy is because Star Tours will now keep the characters from the prequels and the original trilogy completely separate from the characters and the storylines that can be found within episode 7 and 8. As of course Star Wars has had many different elements over the years, but one thing it's never really had, and that's time travel. So, as has been the case for the last 2 years, where you'd be able to start off your adventure battling Darth Vader, then only go into hyperdrive and magically time travel and find yourself fighting alongside Finn, Poe Dameron, and receive a special message of BB-8. It seems that Disney are now deciding to stick to a very strict Star Wars timeline in the future within the parks, which probably is to avoid the confusion within Galaxy's Edge when it opens, as it's supposedly set in the new era with the First Order and the Resistance instead of the Empire and the Rebels. However, it will be interesting to see how Disney decide to use Darth Vader within the new land, as I can't see them not using him for meet and greets somewhere within Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. And lastly for today, let's go back and discuss a story that we were talking about last week, and that's the special one-off projections that are going to be featured on the exterior of Tower of Terror for the Star Wars Galactic Nights for one time only on December 16th, as it now seems that this won't be much of a projection show at all, but instead Disney will be using the outside of Tower of Terror as a canvas to showcase the many exotic worlds, planets and landscapes from within the Star Wars universe. But now, it's over to you, the Waltoneers, as since we don't have a name locked in place for this First Order Battle Escape Attraction, I would like you to channel your inner Disney marketeer and come up with the very best name that you could give to this attraction for Galaxy's Edge. And of course, then, don't forget to put the timestamp of where the hidden Mickey appears somewhere within this video, along with your suggestion of the name to be in with a chance to win a DSNY Newscast pin. And congratulations to Jacob for winning with this suggestion from a previous video that was discussing the upcoming superhero universe that's coming to Disney California Adventure. And don't forget to go ahead and subscribe down below, hit that notification icon so therefore that way you always receive an update whenever one of these videos comes out. And also these videos do come out on a Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday. If you're new to the channel, give this video a massive thumbs up. And I've been Jack, you've been you, and I'll see you real soon.